folks, Tip here, Stupid Gardener. Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Well, we have our garden back here about 95% planted. So I thought today that I would give you a brief tour of what we have planted and what's going to come up this year. Stay tuned. Okay, first row of our garden here, we got some broccoli that we put in. We transplanted these in here, and as you can see, we already got some broccoli coming in right there, so that's pretty cool. And we'll see what happens. Down here in North Carolina, we're in zone 7B. By the time mid-June comes, it's going to be a little bit too hot for this broccoli, so hopefully this will grow up. We'll be able to harvest some and get it out of here. We'll be able to plant something else in this row here. These next two rows here, we have our tomatoes, and in this row right here, we have all our cherry tomatoes. And I think we got like Sweet 100, Tidy Treats, I think they are, along with some Husky, I think, cherry tomatoes. And we just love cherry tomatoes. We grew some last year, so we're growing double this year. You can never have enough cherry tomatoes. And over on this side here, we have our determinate tomatoes, or our bush tomatoes. And as you know, these determinate tomatoes will just grow to a certain height, and they'll produce fruit, then they'll kind of go away. So, and we got 5 or 6 of those here, so we're looking forward to seeing these all come in. And I've gone through, and the ones that are starting to flower, this past week I've just been pulling the flowers off. If you can see, this one here has some flowers on them. I'll come and pull these off. I wanted kind of this to get up at least halfway up top before they started flowering. I really want the root system there to concentrate on growing these tomatoes up rather than the fruit right now. We're going to have a long growing season here in North Carolina, so it's okay to do that here. But I just want these to promote vertical growth first, and then it can fruit, and we can get our tomatoes. We have plenty of time. All right, this row here we have our pepper plants, and these are bell peppers, and we really like these. They're great in salads, great to cook with and everything. Cook them up on the grill. And I also have 2 jalapeno peppers also that I have here. I don't like the spicy peppers, but I know people that like them, so I can give them away to them. And these are starting to bud a little bit. I got a couple of flowers coming in on a couple down the end there. And these love the heat. In the heat of the summer, they love the heat. And I'll probably be planting some more of these when the broccoli goes. I'll probably put some more peppers on that side because they're great for salads. We eat salads all the time, pretty much every single night, so we can always use bell peppers. Okay, in this row here we have our squashes. We got squash along with our zucchini, and these 2 plants here in the front, these are straight neck squash, and hoping to get these all grown in by the mid of June, because when it gets real hot, these things will probably go. So, but I planted these like mid-April, so hopefully they will be putting off some flowers here in the next couple of weeks here, and hopefully we'll get a good harvest of some squash on these. This one here is our zucchini, right up here, and we got like 4 of those. And we've grown these the last couple of years, and I'll go do a video on pruning these just to make sure that you know, the sun is getting in there, and as well as the bees are getting in there. So you really want to prune off the bottoms leaves on these, and so just so the bees can get in there and get to the flowers, and you know, they're able to get pollinated and everything. So, and on this side here, we planted some summer squash. We planted these from seed. These other ones we did transplants, but these the summer squash here we planted from seed, and hopefully we'll get a good harvest on these. My wife loves summer squash, and so she wanted me to put some in, so we put some in. And this whole garden we planted mid-April. It's the first week of May, and I mean, it has really just come alive. So looking forward to see what's going to happen here. with this summer squash. And over here I got 2 of our indeterminate tomatoes, and these ones here we're going to grow up this this pole here, and they should get up about a good 7-8 feet tall. And the indeterminate tomatoes will just keep growing and growing into the fall. We really pulled a lot of tomatoes off our indeterminate last year in the fall, as well as our determinate. They hung around for a long time. We really had a good year with our tomatoes. I think I mentioned before we were eating tomatoes all the way up until Christmas, so that was pretty good. So, but overall, everything seems to be growing in okay. I got some flowers that I planted down here in the corner here to get in the pollinators. I got some mammoth sunflowers that are gonna grow up in the back. So we should get hopefully some good pollinators in here and get our garden growing. That's a very important thing. Up here in the back here is where our cucumbers are. We planted these from seed mid-April, and they're starting to come up now. I spaced them apart, and I had to go back in and plant a few more seeds because they just didn't come up. But they're starting to come up now, so hoping to get a whole bunch of cucumbers again this year. And then over on this side here, we have our pole beans. Last year I planted my pole beans and my cucumbers together and just let them grow up. And this year here, I decided to just let the pole beans kind of grow by themselves. I was able to get in, double what I had last year. So hopefully we'll have a good year on these pole beans. These are the Kentucky Wonder pole beans. And the cucumbers are the straight 8s. And I think I got another kind in there too. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look. But now I had a real problem last year with these with bugs. It just seemed the bugs just tore up these leaves. Didn't really affect anything else in the garden, but they really went after these pole beans. So I'm going to have to do a little extra care with these this year and get some neem oil on them early once they start growing up. Okay, so so far so good here. We really haven't lost any plants. Everything that we planted is growing, and so we haven't had to pull anything. The only thing we're struggling with is rain. We just haven't got much rain here. We did get a pretty good shower last night, but didn't last too long. And it's been off and on sprinkling rain today, but nothing to help our garden. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks we'll get some rain. And like I said, we're in zone 7B here in North Carolina, so I don't know if anyone else is struggling with rain, but I am going to be putting in a soaker hose through the whole garden. I'll probably work on that tomorrow maybe, but we'll have to see what happens there with as far as the rain goes. But but I tell you what, these wood chips that we have put down in this garden, they have done a great job so far. They're keeping the weeds down, and they're holding in the moisture. If you go in here and you spread back on these wood chips, that soil that there is nice and moist. In fact, I was digging in there today because I was transplanting a extra tomato I had, and I was amazed that as far as I went down, it was nice and moist. So those wood chips are doing their job, so I think that was a good idea to, when we expanded, to really put in a good layer of wood chips on top. And so we'll have to see what happens here in the years to come in this garden, how those wood chips break down. But it's going to save us tilling and all those different things like that. So only thing I'm struggling with is I got a little grass that seems to be creeping in here. So I was working today on pulling that up. I think next year when I put wood chips down, I'm going to have to put a thicker layer over here to really battle with that grass there. But I was pulling some weeds up, and they came up nice and easy, just like I said in my previous video about growing up in the wood chips. The weeds are easier to pull, and you don't have as many. So we'll have to see what happens in in June or so when it really starts raining, and that's when the weeds really come up, and we'll have to see how we do on the weeds in this garden here. So I guess from here, I will sign off. I want to thank everyone for watching, and as always, if you're not a subscriber, stop what you're doing, go down there and hit that subscribe button and follow along with us for the summer, and watch how our garden grows out here. And we are on Facebook and Instagram also under The Stupid Gardener. So I guess I want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one. So everyone take care. This is Tip from The Stupid Gardener. God bless everybody.